Sup, ladies and gents? It is I, Taurus. If you know me, I'm Taurus. If you don't know me, still Taurus. Not much change there. Don't really use the YouTube too much, and I was like, I should talk to somebody. I got a lot of thoughts in my small little head. Damn, I don't got nobody. Hey, I got YouTube. People probably care less online than in real life, but regardless, I get the app, and y'all have no choice but to listen. I assume you know me if you're watching this. All I ask, regardless of if you like me, dislike me, hate me, wanna fuck me, JK. Just, have an open, I won't say open heart, it's cheesy, but have an open head, ears, and body, right? I'm gonna be spitting facts, so if you say I'm not, just because you hate me, it's because you hate me. But if you disagree with what I say, let me know. Yeah, let's start with something simple. Did the smallest amount of research for this. Relationships. I have one. It's kidding. Love my girlfriend, but, what was I gonna say? Got sidetracked. Oh yeah, so, the people that always post on social media, their social lives, right? You know the person I'm talking about already, you just don't know yet. It's the person that posts their significant other every single chance they get. Any date they go out to, now this is fine in the normal sense, right? I'm not hating on people, but I'm not hating on the fact they do this, right? It's the people that do it excessively. My bro, if he had, a year anniversary, posted it, I wouldn't give a shit, right? But if I looked at my brother's story, and, he was posting a 1-month anniversary, and then a 2-month anniversary, and then a 3-month anniversary, I'd be like, bro, this is abnormal behavior. What's gotten into you? Bro's good. There's a correlation. I was getting to a point here. The more you post your partner on social media, or people post each other, there's a direct correlation to relationships that don't last as long and are not as high quality, directly to more posts. So, those people that you think are like, damn, living the best time of their lives, having the best time of life, you're getting a FOMO about the fear of missing out, they're not actually having a good time. You could be having a better time. I just think it's interesting. I thought it was an interesting statistic. I don't have anything else planned, so the rest of this is just going to kind of come from the soul. Don't mind me if I talk too fast or too slow. I'll try and fix the volume in post so it won't be too loud or too quiet. Yeah. Lock in for this ride and this cluster truck gameplay in the background. It's not there yet, but I'm going to put it in. It's going to be lit. Or Fortnite. Probably cluster truck though. So yeah, love. I think there's a lot of different ways you could love something or someone. You know what I mean? I think you can only be in love. I think you can only be with that at one person at a time. Some people say, you fall in love with somebody, that's it, you're cooked. I don't think so. I think, everybody, there's always that thing, guys always look for that first girlfriend in the rest of the girls they date. And I don't really think that's true. I think the first person you dated, while important and definitely shapes your relationships in the future, it's not the end-all be-all, you know what I mean? If you have a shitty first relationship, even if it was serious or not serious, right? Yeah, it sucks. Most people go through this, though. It's not life-changing or altering, unless it is, in which case you're good. It's not that deep, essentially, is what I'm trying to get at. I get it. We've been there. Trust me, we've been there. Anybody above the age of, low-key, I've had some friends who get heartbroken at, freshman year. So probably, we'll say 14 and above. Because in middle school, you're probably not falling in love, dog. But I think you actually gain the capability and the emotional intelligence and ability around high school. You're like, oh yeah, you're more cognitive, essentially. I remember being in 8th grade. Dude, you try to tell me anything about women, I'd be like, I don't know about love, but girls are pretty hot. That's the extent. So yeah, I think love is very common. So yeah, I think you don't be in love with one person at a time, but I can love many things, right? I can love, because I do, ramen noodles. Not the highest quality food, but it is cheap, it gets the job done, and for that reason, it is liked by the mass public. But I don't want to fuck it. I don't want to love it. I don't want to get a nice gift. I don't want to tell it nice things. I don't want to do nice things for it. Because I'm not in love with it. But it's alright, you know what I mean? I love my mom, I love my friends. I don't tell them. That's something, what else we should talk about? I wouldn't say double standards, because that sounds bad, but the differences in men's and women's relationships. Low-key, alright? Girls, anytime they leave, right? They be like, I love you, they're I'll imitate. Oh my god, baby, I love you, I'll see you later, you're so cute, right? Obviously exaggeration, but you get the message. They're just very, happy. And they're like, alright, I love you, see you later. It usually ends with a hug, maybe that little one where you lean in, pat them on the back. It's whatever, right? Sometimes, if they haven't seen each other for a minute, the goodbyes take really, really long. Especially if they're parents, but I digress. Me and bro, here's like the average interaction. We pull up to my home. I'm like, alright, I'll see you tomorrow maybe? He's like, alright, maybe. I'm like, alright, bye. Shut the door and walk away. Maybe a wave if we're really feeling it. That's it, and that's normal. That's the nicest it gets. That's the meanest it gets. That's just what we do every time. And I be seeing girls go crazy when they say goodbye to friends. Not that there's anything wrong with this, right? I'm not mad about it. I just think it's interesting. It's a difference. My guy friends. It really depends person to person. There's only, I think, let me think. Obviously, not counting family, I think there's two men that I will tell I love it, that I do. My friend from my hometown, everyone's names will obviously be changed if I have to say it. My friend from my hometown is like, alright bro, love you. And the first time, it happened like a year ago, we were playing games, he'd hop off. It surprised me. I was like, whoa, bro's gay. But, nah, I was like, alright, love you too, man, see ya. And it was that simple. Saw him the next day. Or, talked to him the next day. But, and then, well, it is my family member. Whenever we get done hanging out, he's like, alright, well, I'll probably see you at, like, a funeral, or, like, a party, or something. Love you, bro. I'm like, alright, love you. He's my cousin. Sounds weird. But, like, it really depends person to person. I don't have a single problem with it. It's just that, unless somebody else told me first, I'm not just gonna go telling people I love. And then, obviously, besides my girlfriend, there's no woman I tell I love. Besides my mom. Obviously, not counting family. But, like, Eli, don't get anonymity in. He's my bro. Everybody that's watching this that knows me probably knows who Eli is. I just simply wouldn't do that. And I know he wouldn't do that. We'd be like, alright, see you, love you. I'd be like, bro, huh? Pause? What'd you just say to me? Not because I have a problem with it, but because from Eli, bro, there must be something happening up there for him to say that. Like, I'm gonna have to get dog a CT scan. I think the main reason for this, I think, is like the, I wouldn't say, social perspective, if you will. Let's say, I don't know, we're at a gas station, right? Your friends, you're all dispersing here. Women do that, it's not a problem, right? So the group of people outside, they're watching. Women do this, right? It's not an issue in the slightest. But, like, group of 8 dudes get out of a vehicle, and they're all hugging each other, being like, alright, bro, love you, stay safe, everything, right? Now, it's 8 dudes, so nobody's gonna say anything, but they're all gonna be thinking, like, what the fuck? This is abnormal. This just doesn't happen. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it doesn't happen. And people, we know people are going to think that, so because people care about people's opinions, we don't do such things. What else should I yap about? Oh yeah, love. Shit sucks on occasion. I've been there. We, as I said, been heartbroken, thinking like, damn, this is how it could be forever, and I'm going to be thinking about it for the rest of my life, yada, 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 yada. And it's not. I have every single human being I interacted with, to an extent, was like, hey man, sucks, it'll get better. And I was like, you guys are wrong, this is different, blah, yada yada. No, it wasn't. They were all right. I was the fool. I got taught this wisdom by people. It's not that deep. But, like, even knowing that to this day, me and my girlfriend relationships, I'm gonna be heartbroken. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna have that feeling. I'm probably gonna be like, oh my god, life is woe, so is me. What am I gonna do? This is gonna be but I won't. I'll get over it in time. But, like, it will suck. I think Stoicism is a pretty cool thing. A lot of people have a misconception. You hear Stoicism, you probably think of no emotions or turning off your emotions, emotionless man. But that's not really what Stoicism is. No, I'm not a professional. I would say I'm a Stoic, but I'm not like a professional teacher or anything. But the core concept of Stoicism is essentially accepting bad things and good things are going to happen to you. There's nothing you can do about it. Why react to it usually in a negative way? But why react at all? Why give? It's essentially taking away the power of the things. You know what I mean? Like, that was a bad way to put it. It's essentially taking away the power of having negative thoughts about negative things. Something bad happens to you, you all know these people. They could be the kind of person that lives their best life, alright? They're chilling every day, but the smallest thing goes wrong. They stub their toe, they're late to work, they're on the road. You go from having a totally normal conversation like that, they flip their shit. I call these people, I don't know the correct term, circumstantial people. Their moods, their actions, how they act, in general, depends upon their mood. I worked with a person like this that was literally the devil incarnate. I despise her to such a high degree. A few people watching this will just know who I'm talking about off rip. And it's horrible. They're like chilling on a normal day, nothing to worry about. But the millisecond one thing goes wrong. One thing. They flip their shit. They lose their gasket. and it's really, really, really annoying. I haven't, I don't know what to say. It's really, really annoying, and I hate these people. I wouldn't say I hate them. I don't hate anybody except for like 3 people, but like dislike them pretty heavily. That's one thing you can do that I'll instantly be like, oh, I don't like you. I don't want to interact with you, and I will tell you this. I'll be like, you're a circumstantial person. It's not okay. I get you are able to express yourself. That is okay. I'm not saying you can't express yourself. Everybody has shitty days. You think I don't come into work mad as fuck? But not once because of circumstantial things that happen to me was I mean to somebody that was not aware or into the situation at all. Because that wouldn't be fair to them. I'm not going to be having a bad day and then snap at my coworkers or my classmates, because why the fuck would I? And that's why I always think, I'm like, dude, how do you not feel silly and stupid right now? You come into work, you blow a gasket at somebody 5 minutes later, you're like, I'm sorry, I just really had a bad day. That's cool. Doesn't excuse the fact. It makes it understandable as to why you got mad, but not for the way you actually acted and the way you did get mad. You know what I mean? I despise these people. Now, I can get it under really certain stress. I've seen people that, normally chill as hell, even calm under certain situations, fold under others, and that's totally fine. We're all humans. We react differently. But I'm talking when it's preordained, like you were on your way to, school, somebody cut you off, you drove past them, they flipped you off, you're down, you walked outside, and you stepped into a fucking puddle. You're like, damn, my shoe and my sock are sopping wet. I don't have a spare. You get there too late for the breakfast line, you're like, shit, get there late to class, and even though you're only late by a few minutes, you get a detention slip or a tardy slip or whatever you get, right? To make matters worse, your spot's taken by a random you don't know that's at your group, that's randomly assigned, that you're not in. So, right, you're having the worst day of your life. Now, if this happened to me, I'd be like, fuck. I'd have to sit at a table, random people, do this work with random people. It would suck. I would not enjoy this. But I'd do it, and I'd probably do most of it with a smile on my face, unless they were people I didn't like. Because that's how life is. What am I going to do? I'm not going to throw a bitch fit about something that literally won't change. I don't remember who told me this. I think it was my mom, even though she don't preach it. And it was along the lines of, if it's not going to matter in, I think it was 3 weeks, or 3 days, and there's nothing you can do about it, there's no reason to stress. What do you think about that? Because she's spitting facts. There really isn't. 3 weeks is seems like such a long time, and it's not a long time. It's a very short time. But still, if I'm not going to care about it, even better. Now, if you are, it's like, you're cooked. But still, if you can't change it, there's no reason to. There's no reason to care. I try my very best. You can ask most people, 99% of people. I don't have a temper. I won't say I don't have an angry bone in my body. I've gotten mad before. But, bad things happen to me. The best thing, most of the time in general, is just to stay calm. That's, key number 1. But it's also just to not react. Most of the time, people are doing things to get you to react. Now, I'm not saying to be a bitch. By no means. You can't take things from people. There are certain things that aren't worth fighting and escalating over, but, if someone's blatantly disrespecting you, calling you names to your face, you can't take that. But, you hear somebody talking shit about you, or you hear from so-and-so that so-and-so said something. First of all, I've had this happen to me. It could straight up not be true. Somewhere along the way, someone's lying. That is a valid problem. That does happen. Especially in high school. It's just how things happen. Words get mixed around. People like to lie. People like to create drama. Somebody could have just made this rumor up. The person telling you they heard so-and-so could have dead ass heard so-and-so, or they could be like, damn, I'm bored. What should I do? But yeah, you're cooked. Sorry. I have to pet my cat real quick. He ran away. Yeah, so I try and stay my best to not be angry, and I think I do an S-tier job at that. You can ask anybody. I'm not an angry person. But when I see people getting mad over non-understandable things, I get it. People have anger issues. My closest friend, he's a semi-angry man. But, he doesn't get mad over eensy-beensy things. When people experience rage, and I understand it, I'm not going to look at them and be like, why are you feeling emotion? Why are you reacting? And I'm not saying to not react. But why react most of the time negatively? If I get the worst news of my life, I don't know, someone does, depends on the person. Probably not going to cry unless it's a very, very close family member. It will be sad. It will suck. But, that's it. Why am I going to dwell on this? There's no purpose. There's no reason. I think that same thing goes for relationships. It feels horrible. No one everybody's lying to you when they say this. It sucks unimaginable donkey balls. But, like, there is a light at the end of the golden tunnel. And at the end of the golden tunnel is two things. One, your normal life. Your life, regardless of what happens, is going to go on. That's just how it is, unless you die. Don't die. Really, trust gang. But literally, unless you die, your life's going to go on no matter what. So you have two options. You can either continue living and be happy about it, or you can continue living and be sad about it, or mad about it. And when you think about it like that, it makes you feel stupid almost to an extent. Literally. Your life's going to go on no matter... It does get better. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to quit yapping now. I think this video is like 15:45 right now, and I need to get it a little bit shorter. So, this was my yap sesh. I'll probably call this like Taurus Talks, maybe solo man podcast, one man podcast. Who knows? Yeah. Don't be sad over relationships. You know, things happen. Try your best. Don't be a dickhead. Don't be a manipulator. Don't cheat. Do at least the bare minimum, but a little more than that. And yeah, see you next time.